I'm investing in my development, just like LeBron James has his coach. And he's even been interviewed on another podcast with his coach.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah, which is pretty interesting.
Yeah.
But it's great. I find it to be so helpful to get third-party feedback from somebody that's unbiased. How to retain your top talent with executive coaching. Now, there are many tips and tricks and strategies out there for retaining your top talent, but one that often gets overlooked is the power of executive coaching. Now, I am an executive coach, but a lot of people are surprised to discover that I actually have my own executive coach. In fact, I have several, because this is one of the greatest investments that I make in myself that yields the most significant ROI. And I find that to be the same for a lot of my clients as well. Now, let's connect the two together, because executive coaching can actually help retain your top talent. Maybe asking yourself how and why. Well, enter my episode today with Rodney Williams, CEO of Belvedere Vodka, who's employed this with his staff and has had great results. In my company, we do a lot with organizations around the catastrophic cost of turnover, which can cost over $235,000 per employee per year based on our research. And I'm curious from your standpoint, running a global company, is this a cost that leaders should be tracking themselves?
Very much so. I mean, we've thought of it certainly in terms of, regrettable departures. People you don't want to have leave. You factored them into succession planning and invested in their training. But yes, the time and the momentum lost from losing talent that way is quite costly. And one of the things that we've done at Belvedere is to make sure that HR has a seat on the leadership team and the strategic team, so that the HR community is baked in tightly to the strategy and the direction which the business needs to go. And therefore much more able to not only help us recruit the right talent, but grow and develop the talent inside the organization. And we've gotten a lot of mileage, I think, out of working with coaches who are basically psychologists. And when people are blocked or not sure they want to continue forward, to really help the individual unlock what is it that he or she is truly passionate about. And then we can collectively see how well we can deliver against that.
How is your coaching structured inside the organization? Do you have your own coaches? Do you have external parties, or what?
Yeah, we generally do it on an as-needed basis. So it's a little bit intensive. So it's focused on a given period of time with a specific individual, and then hopefully the individual has reached a decision point from which he or she can move forward, and then they move on. And I think that's helpful because it's not, I can remember when I started out in CPG world, wow, you need a coach. Maybe people were frowning down the hall. And now it's sort of a badge of honor. It means the organization is investing in your development and has a big desire to see you continue to grow and thrive.
Yeah, that's such a great way to think about it. I do think, my company also provides coaching, and I've had a coach for years, and even multiple coaches, even at the same time, because it's been so beneficial. But I do think there was a perception, and still is in some circles, where it's like a punitive thing, like Ben's got something wrong with him, he needs a coach. Versus now, hey, I'm investing in my development, just like LeBron James has his coach, and he's even been interviewed on another podcast with his coach.
Is that right?
Yeah, which is pretty interesting. Yeah. But it's great. I find it to be so helpful to get third-party feedback from somebody that's unbiased. And as you rise, especially in the organization, you have fewer and fewer people to get that unbiased feedback from. And when you're lower in
Absolutely.
the organization, it's like you're getting unbiased feedback from everybody, or maybe it's biased, you can't tell. But as you rise, so I can buy. Have you ever had a coach before?
Yes, and I consider myself to have both mentors and sponsors, and been very helpful, sobering at times. But
as a good coach or mentor would be there, right?
Exactly. But I think that's something that everyone.
Yeah. And using the term sobering, running a vodka company is also an interesting choice of words.
Well, we believe in savoring. That's why Belvedere is all natural, all organic. You can drink it in moderation.
Yes, as I believe in that too.